The sun had barely begun to dip behind the distant hills when the urgent call came through. Ethan, a dedicated park ranger, was needed on the scene. A lion, critically injured and trapped in a ravine, needed to be rescued. His heart pounded as he raced through the dense wilderness. The stakes were higher than ever. Ethan knew the risks. This wasn't just any animal. This lion had been a symbol of the park's wild beauty, a majestic creature he'd been tracking for months. As he reached the ravine, he could see the lion, its golden mane matted with blood, its breathing shallow but steady. Ethan's eyes locked onto the animal's gaze. For a brief moment, they understood each other, two beings connected by a shared love for this untamed world. He knelt down, his voice soft but urgent. "I'm here, buddy. We're getting you out." The lion's growl was faint but unwavering, as if trusting him to act quickly. The steep slope leading to the ravine was treacherous, but Ethan had no choice. He tied his rope to a sturdy oak, carefully lowering himself down the side. As he reached the lion, a loud crack echoed in the distance. The ground beneath his feet gave way. His stomach dropped as rocks and debris tumbled around him. Trapped, Ethan's thoughts raced. He had to make it back, not just for the lion, but for the team who'd be waiting for him. The roar of the landslide deafened him as he scrambled to stay grounded, fighting against the chaos around him. A flash of movement caught his eye. Through the thick dust and debris, Ethan saw the lion. The animal had begun to shift, inching closer, its gaze fixed on him with something like determination. Was the lion trying to help him, or had instinct simply pushed it toward him? Ethan didn't know, but he couldn't wait any longer. His body ached with exhaustion, and he could feel the danger closing in. "Come on," he shouted to himself, digging deeper into the earth as the land around him continued to give way. Suddenly, the roar of a distant engine reached his ears. The rescue team had arrived. But just as hope flickered in his chest, the ground shook violently, threatening to swallow him whole. His vision blurred as he tried to keep his focus. In the haze of dust, the lion's silhouette appeared again. Its eyes locked onto Ethan's once more, and the two shared an unspoken understanding. With no time to spare, Ethan made his final move. Grabbing onto the rope, he hauled himself up with a strength born of pure survival instinct. The team pulled him to safety, their cheers barely audible over the roaring winds. Ethan, gasping for breath, looked around, searching for the lion, but the majestic animal was gone, leaving only a faint trail of paw prints in the dust. His heart swelled with gratitude. It wasn't just a lion he had saved today, it was a reminder of why he had chosen this life in the first place. Ethan had always believed in the wild's power to heal, to forge connections in the most unexpected ways. He took one last look at the empty ravine before he turned to the rescue team. Nodding silently, "Let's get back to work," he said. But as they moved, Ethan couldn't shake the feeling that something larger had happened in that ravine. A bond had been forged that couldn't be broken. Somewhere, out there in the wild, the lion watched over him, and somehow, Ethan knew, their paths would cross again.